Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Adam Sos here for Rebel News with an update on the case of Pastor Tim Stevens. By now you've likely seen the dramatic footage of his arrest and being plucked away from his family. Well, after all of that, Pastor Tim Stevens was met by a justice of the peace offering him bail conditions. These conditions were effectively that he would comply and no longer gather with his congregants. After everything that Pastor Tim and his family went through, they will not be signing that document and handing over this fight that they have fought so hard to win. As a result of refusing to sign that document on principle, on the insistence that he must continue to shepherd his congregation, he will now be held in prison until June 28th. That's right. We have pastors being held in prison for weeks simply for gathering to worship while Jason Kenney and his friends gather in the Sky Palace, while other groups gather. In downtown Calgary, there was a dance party the other night. Hockey teams in the NHL are able to have people start to attend, but this pastor gathering outdoors with his congregants is for some reason the subject of all the spite of Jason Kenney, the Calgary Police Services, Alberta Health Services, Naheed Henshi, and anyone else who has the authority to call off these ridiculous and targeted attacks of discrimination and bigotry against Christians in this city. This absolutely must stop. This is madness. We're going to touch base with Pastor Stevens' family very soon. We've been communicating with them regularly. This is an incredibly challenging time for them. Pastor Tim, as we mentioned, is in prison, locked away like a common convict. We're going to keep you posted as this story develops. I want to thank you so much for continuing to follow this story. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Sos.
Pastor Tim Stevens is very lucky to have exceptional representation from the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. But he's not the only pastor facing persecution right now. Pastor Artur Pawlowski, as you well know, is facing a serious court date coming up on June 28th. He needs all the help he can get. So if you're able to make a contribution, go to saveartur.com.